mountains split by steel, deserts crossed by fire and iron, bridges suspended above rivers wrapped in mist, across 6 continents, through snow, sand, sea and sky, luxury moves, glass-domed carriages glide past glaciers, golden interiors roll through ancient valleys, engines climb beyond 13,000 feet, where air turns thin. These are not just railways, they are moving masterpieces. Engineering against gravity, elegance against wilderness. 10 journeys, 10 extremes, 1 unforgettable ride. The most beautiful and luxurious railways on Earth. All aboard. GLACIER Express, Switzerland. The slowest express train in the world. We leave Zermatt. As the first light touches the peak of the Matterhorn, rising 14,692 feet into the alpine sky, the air is crisp. The mountains are silent. And the GLACIER Express begins to move. The journey stretches 181 miles, nearly 8 hours. No rush. They call it the slowest express train in the world. And when it crosses 291 bridges, tunnels through 91 mountain passages, and climbs to Oberalp Pass. At 6,670 feet above sea level, you begin to understand why. Slowing down feels like a privilege. Through the massive panoramic windows, the Alps unfold like a living canvas. Snowfields, glaciers, deep valleys, wooden villages tucked beneath towering peaks. One traveler once whispered, "It feels like drifting through a painting." There are usually 1 to 2 departures per day, depending on the season. Each train carries roughly 250 to 300 passengers. But only about 20 guests experience excellence class. There, leather seats rotate 360 degrees. Champagne is poured at departure. A 3-course meal is served at your seat. Traditional Graubünden barley soup, tender Swiss veal, local alpine cheeses, paired with Valais white wine, reflecting the mountain light. Standard fares begin around $180 to $280. Excellence class can exceed $550. Yet no one talks about price. When the train glides across the Landwasser Viaduct, suspended 213 feet above a sheer cliff face, in that moment, the carriage often falls silent. Winter wraps the landscape in crystal white. Summer reveals emerald meadows under clear blue skies. Autumn turns the forests into gold. The GLACIER Express doesn't simply transport you across Switzerland, it gives you something far rarer: time. Rocky Mountaineer, Canada. Let nature do the rest. We're in Western Canada now. The Rocky Mountains rise like stone walls against the sky. Pine forests stretch endlessly. And the Rocky Mountaineer begins to roll out of Vancouver. No rush, no noise. Just you, a wide leather seat, and the vastness of North America unfolding in front of you. The most popular route covers about 595 miles. Over 2 days, you travel during daylight, at night. You stay in a hotel along the way. No sleeper cars. Because they don't want you missing the view. Just because you fell asleep. Tickets range from about $1.600 to over $3.500 for the 2-day journey. Yes, it's an investment. But honestly, this is the kind of experience you try at least once in your life. Some moments simply don't have a price tag, like watching a bald eagle glide past your window. or crossing Hell's Gate, where the Fraser River surges through a narrow canyon. Gold Leaf Service is where things step up. A glass-domed coach, reclining leather seats, around 70 to 90 guests per car, champagne at departure, hot breakfasts, with smoked salmon and Alberta beef, British Columbia wines, poured as glaciers shimmer outside, the best time to go May through September. Snow melts, rivers glow turquoise, autumn paints the mountains in gold. The Rocky Mountaineer doesn't try too hard to impress you. It just gives you a comfortable seat and lets nature do the rest. The GHAN, Australia. Minimal luxury in the Red Desert. Now we're in Australia. The GHAN departs from Adelaide and heads straight into the heart of the continent, nearly 1850 miles across the outback, almost 3 days and 2 nights, through one of the most remote landscapes on Earth. Outside the window, the temperature can hit 104 degrees Fahrenheit, 40 degrees Celsius. Red Earth stretches endlessly. The sky feels bigger than anywhere else. No skyscrapers, no traffic, just space. Tickets range from about $1.500 to over $3.500, depending on the cabin and season. It's not cheap. But this is the kind of journey you try at least once in your life. There's something unforgettable about sipping South Australian wine in cool air conditioning. While the desert rolls by outside, the GHAN isn't flashy. It's understated, calm, confident. Gold and platinum service cabins offer private rooms with ensuite bathrooms. Seats convert into beds at night. Comfortable, not over the top, designed for the journey. Dinner reflects the land you're crossing. Grilled kangaroo, Australian beef, fresh local seafood, regional wines, poured generously. The train stops in Alice Springs and Catherine Gorge. You step outside, feel the dry desert heat, then return to your cool carriage. One traveler once said it best, "I've never experienced solitude this comfortably." The GHAN doesn't sell glamour, it sells space, silence, and the rare feeling of traveling through a place the modern world hasn't completely touched. Venice SIMPLON-ORIENT-EXPRESS, a train ticket that costs as much as a car. We're standing at a train platform in Paris, and what's in front of you isn't just a train, it's a time machine. The original Orient Express began in 1883, connecting Paris to Istanbul. The Venice SIMPLON-ORIENT-EXPRESS, relaunched in 1982, uses restored carriages from the 1920s and 1930s, each one handcrafted, polished, and maintained at a cost of tens of millions of dollars over the decades. And yes, you can board it for about $3,000 to $8,000 per night. Grand suites can exceed $10,000 one night on a train. But this isn't transportation, it's a declaration. Cabins are wrapped in polished mahogany. Lalique glass panels glow softly under brass lamps. By day, it's a lounge. By night, white-gloved attendants transform it into a bed, dressed in Egyptian cotton sheets. Dinner is where things truly shift. Crystal chandeliers, starched white linens, heavy silver cutlery, multi-course menus inspired by the regions the train passes through. Brittany lobster, French beef tenderloin, Venetian risotto. Champagne flows like it belongs there. The train glides through the French countryside, crosses the Alps, rolls toward Venice. Around 180 to 200 guests per departure, never crowded, always curated. One traveler once said, "I didn't feel like I was traveling. I felt like I was starring in a film." The Orient Express doesn't sell speed, it sells status. And the most shocking part, it's almost always fully booked. QINGHAI Tibet Railway, China. The train that climbs above 16,000 feet. We're leaving Shining now. The train begins to climb slowly onto the Tibetan plateau. 4,000 meters. 4,500 meters. Then it reaches 16,640 feet at Tangula Pass. At this altitude, some people struggle to breathe after just a few minutes, but the train keeps moving. Completed in 2006, at a cost of approximately $4.2 billion. The QINGHAI Tibet Railway stretches nearly 1,215 miles, with about 600 miles built on permafrost, permanently frozen ground. That can collapse if it thaws. Engineers had to install cooling systems beneath the tracks. To stabilize the soil year-round, more than 30 kilometers of elevated bridges were constructed to protect wildlife migration routes. And here's the part that shocks most travelers. The cabins are equipped with automatic oxygen supply systems. Each seat has its own oxygen outlet. The cars are pressurized and sealed. You're riding a train, but your body thinks you're climbing Everest. Outside the window, the Tibetan plateau unfolds like another planet. Turquoise alpine lakes, wild Tibetan antelope, snow-capped mountains, under a sky so deep blue, it almost looks unreal. And there's something else you'll notice. This is the kind of train where passengers actually stand up and wipe the windows themselves, not because they're dirty, but because they don't want to miss a single inch of what's outside. Tickets range from about $100 to $300, depending on seat or sleeper class. Not outrageous, not extravagant, but the experience is anything but ordinary. The QINGHAI Tibet Railway doesn't sell champagne. It doesn't sell crystal chandeliers. It sells altitude. It sells engineering defiance. And the rare feeling of watching humanity lay steel tracks, where nature never meant for them to exist. West Highland Line, Scotland. More than a railway, a lifeline for the Highlands. The West Highland Line isn't a luxury train, like the Orient Express. It's a regional railway, and that's exactly what makes it powerful. The line was completed in 1901, stretching about 164 miles, 264 kilometers, from Glasgow to Magled. At the time, it cost around £2.67 million. An enormous investment in the early 20th century. Back then, the Scottish Highlands were remote and economically fragile. Roads were limited. Communities were isolated. Transporting goods like fish wool and livestock was slow and difficult. When the railway opened, everything changed. Local products could reach larger markets. Tourism slowly began to grow. Towns like Fort William and Magled became more connected to the rest of Scotland. Today, ScotRail operates modern diesel trains, typically class 156 or 158 units. Inside, you'll find simple fabric seats arranged 2-2, large windows, overhead luggage racks, and a small refreshment trolley, offering coffee, tea, and snacks. No champagne, but a hot cup of tea while rain hits the window in the Scottish Highlands feels priceless. There's also the famous Jacobite steam train, a seasonal heritage service with vintage-style carriages, wooden interiors, and classic red seats. When it crosses the Glenfinnan Viaduct, passengers often stand up, press against the windows, and take photos non-stop. Since the Harry Potter films featured that viaduct, tourism has surged. Hundreds of thousands of visitors now travel to see the train curve across that iconic stone bridge. Cafes opened, guest houses filled, outdoor adventure tours expanded. Looking ahead, Scotland is investing in greener transport and sustainable tourism. Slow travel is becoming more popular. People want meaningful journeys, not just fast arrivals. The West Highland Line doesn't promise luxury. It offers connection. And sometimes that's far more valuable. BERGEN Railway, Norway. The railway that connects a nation to the sea. The BERGEN Railway, known locally as Bergensbanen, was completed in 1909 after years of construction through rock, snow, and extreme Nordic weather. Stretching about 496 kilometers, 308 miles, it connects Oslo to the coastal city of Bergen. At the time, this was considered one of Europe's boldest railway projects. The line crosses the Hardangervidda Plateau, rising over 1,200 meters, 3,900 feet, above sea level. Winters here can drop below -20 degrees Celsius, -4 degrees Fahrenheit. Engineers had to drill through solid mountain rock and build tunnels in brutal conditions. When the railway opened, Bergen was no longer isolated. Trade expanded, travel became faster, tourism slowly grew, especially fjord exploration along the west coast. Today, the line is operated by VENICE, using modern electric trains. Inside, you'll find comfortable fabric seats arranged 2-2, large panoramic windows, Wi-Fi, power outlets, quiet zones, and a small cafe area, serving coffee and light meals. Not luxurious, but practical. Clean. Scandinavian simple. The scenery changes with the seasons. In winter, the plateau turns into a white Arctic landscape. In summer, green moss, lakes, and open skies stretch endlessly. As the train approaches Bergen, fjords appear, deep blue water, framed by steep cliffs. What makes this journey special isn't drama, it's consistency. Norway is heavily investing in sustainable travel. Rail is promoted as a greener alternative to domestic flights. The Bergen Railway has become a symbol of slow travel, moving thoughtfully through landscapes. Instead of rushing above them, it doesn't promise extravagance, it offers connection. And sometimes, that matters more. BELMOND Andean Explorer, Peru. A 5-star hotel, moving at 14,000 feet. We're in Cusco now. The train slowly departs the station and begins climbing into the Andes. Higher and higher. The BELMOND Andean Explorer launched in 2017 and is considered the highest luxury sleeper train in South America. The journey runs between Cusco, Lake Titicaca, and Arequipa, reaching elevations above 14,100 feet, 4,300 meters. At this altitude, hiking can leave you breathless. Here, you're sipping wine. The train consists of about 16 carriages, carrying only 40 to 48 guests. Intimate, quiet, carefully curated. Cabins are designed with soft Andean tones. Cream, turquoise, light wood, real beds. Private bathrooms. large windows, framing endless high plains. Prices range from approximately $2,000 to over $5,000, depending on the cabin and itinerary. Yes, it's expensive, but you're literally sleeping above the clouds. Dinner highlights local ingredients: quinoa, Lake Titicaca trout, alpaca tenderloin, South American wines. There's a piano lounge and an open-air observation car at the rear, where you can stand in the cool Andean wind as the sun sets over golden plains. The landscape shifts throughout the day. Morning brings soft light over grazing alpacas. Midday reveals deep blue lakes under vast skies. Evening turns the mountains amber and crimson. Since the train's launch, luxury tourism in the Cusco and Lake Titicaca region has grown significantly. Local guides, culinary traditions, and boutique services have been elevated alongside it. Travelers today don't just want five-star hotels, they want five-star journeys. The Andean Explorer isn't just transportation, it's a boutique hotel, gliding across the roof of South America. And now I'm curious, from everything we've seen so far, the elegance of the Alps, the wilderness of the Rockies, the silence of the outback, the glamour of the Orient Express, the extreme altitude of Tibet, the storybook highlands, the Nordic fjords, or this luxury above the clouds. Which railway would you choose to experience first? Tokaido Shinkansen, Japan. When speed becomes the foundation of a nation, when we talk about speed, we have to talk about Japan. Today, we step aboard the Tokaido Shinkansen, the world's first high-speed rail line. Launched in 1964, it stretches 515 kilometers from Tokyo to Nagoya, Kyoto, and Osaka. Top operating speeds reach 285 to 300 kilometers per hour. But speed isn't the most impressive part. Japan sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire. Earthquakes are frequent. Volcanoes remain active. Before a single meter of track was laid, engineers conducted massive geological surveys. Large portions of the line were built on reinforced elevated concrete structures to absorb seismic shock. Hundreds of kilometers of tunnels were drilled and strengthened through unstable terrain. Then came the technology. An early earthquake detection system constantly monitors seismic waves. If primary tremors are detected, the system automatically cuts power and activates emergency braking within seconds. Before stronger shaking arrives, the result is extraordinary. Over half a century of operation, billions of passengers, zero fatalities caused by earthquake-related Shinkansen accidents. Step inside the train. Seats rotate to face the direction of travel. Fold-down tables lock firmly into place. Power outlets sit neatly beside your armrest. The green car offers wider seating, deeper recline, and quieter space. A single train can carry more than 1,300 passengers, and during peak hours, departures run every 3 to 5 minutes. Before 1964, traveling from Tokyo to Osaka took nearly 7 hours. Today, it takes about 2.5. This corridor now represents over 60% of Japan's GDP. The line carries more than 150 million passengers annually. Domestic air traffic between these cities dropped dramatically. Once the Shinkansen proved faster door-to-door, the Shinkansen didn't just shorten distance, it compressed time. And in doing so, it helped build modern Japan. Shanghai Maglev, China. When a train no longer touches the ground, We begin at Shanghai Pudong International Airport. In just 7 to 8 minutes, you'll arrive at Longyang Road Station, the gateway into central Shanghai. That entire journey, nearly 30 kilometers, is covered by the Shanghai Maglev. Launched in 2004, top commercial speed, 430 kilometers per hour, 267 miles per hour. But this line wasn't built just to break records. In the early 2000s, Pudong Airport was located far from the city center. A car ride could take nearly an hour, especially with growing congestion. In one of the world's fastest expanding cities, Shanghai needed a solution. Faster airport access, reduced road pressure, and a bold statement about technological ambition. The project cost approximately $1.2 billion. Built using German transrapid magnetic levitation technology, the train floats about 10 millimeters above the guideway, lifted by electromagnetic force. No wheels, no friction, no traditional rail contact. That means lower mechanical wear, smoother acceleration, and minimal vibration. The impact was immediate. Travel time between the airport and the city dropped dramatically. The Maglev became a symbol of modern Shanghai, a demonstration that ground transport could compete with air travel over short distances, but it also revealed real-world challenges: high construction costs, specialized infrastructure, limited integration with conventional rail networks. Still, its significance goes beyond 30 kilometers. Shanghai Maglev asked a global question: if trains no longer rely on wheels, where is the speed limit? Today, new generation Maglev systems are under development. Japan's Chuo Shinkansen aims for speeds over 500 kilometers per hour. China has tested prototypes targeting 600 kilometers per hour. Rail is no longer just a relic of the industrial age. It is becoming a foundation for high-speed, energy-efficient, future mobility. After glaciers, deserts, plateaus, fjords, vintage luxury, and seismic engineering, Shanghai Maglev doesn't just end this journey, it opens the next chapter. Now I want to ask you, from all 10 railways we explored, which journey would you choose first? Classic luxury, untamed wilderness, extreme altitude, or the speed of the future? Tell me your pick, and why. We've traveled from snow-covered mountains, deserts, high plateaus, and blue coastlines, to 430 kilometers per hour, where trains no longer touch the ground. 10 railways, 10 ways humanity has conquered the world. But the journey doesn't end here. There are bolder projects ahead, more extreme routes, and records that have yet to be broken. If you love journeys like this, stay with me for the next chapter. We're about to go even further.